Hello, my name is Jonathan Greer. I'm pursuing my master's degree in instructional design and technology, and this is my turning point video. I was born and raised in South Louisiana, and I returned here after spending 20 years performing and traveling in the United States Marine Corps and U.S. Army bands. My current vocation is in education. I'm an electrician instructor at Fletcher Technical Community College in Thibodaux, Louisiana. I'm a lifelong musician, I'm an audio engineer, but my first experience in education was as a sound reinforcement instructor at the Armed Forces School of Music in Norfolk, Virginia. It was during that time in my life that I discovered an aptitude and an enjoyment of teaching and creating educational and instructional materials. You could say that I was already using Robert Greene's second strategy for finding your life's path: occupy the perfect niche. As long as a person's already working in that field that speaks to them, this strategy seems really organic to me. It feels like it just makes sense. It's a natural evolution of a person's career. When I retired from the Army, I found myself without any sense of direction in my life. I started up a business. I worked as a freelance wedding DJ and a mix engineer. I formed an LLC, I made a go of it, and it ultimately failed. Then I decided to attend community college and earned a technical diploma as an electrician apprentice. I worked in that field for about a year, and I found out that I really didn't care for it. I clearly fell into the trap of taking a false path, or something that we're attracted to for the wrong reasons. When I was reading that part of the text, I immediately thought of this part of my life and how easy it was to fall into things that weren't helpful or productive for myself. I was really excited when my former electrician instructor called me up and asked if I wanted to come back to college and teach that same electrical program with him. Even though I didn't seek the position out, the idea of teaching again felt like a natural next step for my life. Now that I've been teaching there for almost 5 years, I feel that I would be better suited to designing or improving courses rather than teaching them directly. Teaching other teachers how to improve their own classes and give them ideas on how to better connect with their students. So far, I've mentioned a couple of Green strategies, but that doesn't mean the others aren't just as viable. I also really identify with the idea of returning to your origins or going back to your roots. It just makes a lot of sense to remember why it is that you were excited about your life to begin with. The strategy of letting go of your past seems to be more closely tied to the concept of resiliency, or the ability to adapt and recover quickly from difficulties. But what seems to me to be the most difficult strategy is finding your way back, or the life or death strategy. Depending on what a person's family or economic situation is, the amount of sacrifice required to change a career path might just seem staggering or even impossible. I've come up with a couple of short-term goals to help prepare me for success over the next 12 months of classes. By the end of the first month, I'm going to build a schedule dedicated solely to organizing the time I spend working on school-related tasks, such as reading the assigned text and setting earlier deadlines for class projects. My second goal is a little more personal. I'm resolving to get at least 7 hours of sleep and start drinking 80 ounces of water every day. I also intend to set one new goal every month to help me continue to improve myself and build better personal and professional habits.